Hi everyone, this is Tim. Welcome back to Organic Backyard Gardening. Today I'm excited to show you how to grow and support tomato plants at home. I'll be sharing essential tips on how to support, prune, and care for your tomatoes to ensure for a healthy and successful harvest. So let's start with the basics. My tomato plants are in a 4x8 raised bed, which provides them ample space for growth. Each plant needs at least 4 square feet to thrive, ensuring that they have enough room for proper airflow and root development. Initially, I supported my tomatoes with these sturdy tomato cages. These help the plants stay upright and prevent sprawling out on the ground, which can lead to disease and pest. You can also use these little support rings, or you can use a wooden stake and tie the base of the plant to the wooden stake. As the plants grew, I upgraded to a more robust support system. I put in these 8-foot T-posts in each corner of the bed, angled outward. I then tied baler's twine to the perimeter to create a cage, and then I started to put baler's twine in between the outside pieces of twine to create a cage support. I'll put a link to the baler's twine down below. You can get big rolls like this, which are very cheap. Pruning is critical for maintaining a healthy tomato plant. Prune them vigorously to ensure good airflow and to prevent disease. I remove all of the lower leaves and I remove some of the suckers to help the plant focus energy into producing fruit. I also prune a lot of the branches. Remove any diseased leaves. So you want to be able to look underneath the plants and actually see through them. You don't want any leaves at the bottom here. You want airflow. Now for positioning your tomato plants, you want to make sure that they're on the north side of your bed. Now for example, see how I have peppers here, which are shorter. Then I go to tomatoes in the north side. And then I'm trellising cucumbers, which are much taller than tomatoes right now. So if I would have planted the tomatoes behind the cucumbers, they would have been shaded out. So make sure that when you're planting your garden, you're putting the taller plants in the north or the west side. If you need help planning out your garden and scheduling, check out Plan My Garden below. It's a service that I created that will help you plan your garden in minutes. Another note, the south side is less susceptible to disease because the sun will be drying out the leaves. If we go over to the north side, you'll notice that there are some leaves that need to be pruned off, which are becoming susceptible to disease. So make sure you clean up any of these to prevent it from spreading further. Important when you have a lot of humid nights. Towards the end of the season, snip the tops of your tomato plants. This encourages them to focus on ripening the existing fruit rather than producing new growth. It's a great way to ensure that you'll get the best harvest before your first frost. Now I want to show you a couple more support options. Before we do that, don't forget to click that like button. Okay, one more tip you can do with indeterminate tomatoes is you can see I started these in a cage, and then now I'm trellising up the side of my house. So these are on the west, so they get plenty of sun, and they have a support system. So these have to be pruned quite a bit, but you can see that this is another option. If you have a structure, you can trellis them. And I'll show you one more idea. So this is my other garden. I have 3 16x4 raised beds, and I have tomatoes growing in all these beds. Now this method is called the Florida Weave method, and I have a video down below where you can see exactly how to do this. But at a very high level, I have, again, a post at one end and a post at the other end, and then a post in the middle. Once in a while I'll come through here and I'll weave between each plant to support them. Again, I do this 4 per square foot. I have 16 plants in the 16x4 square foot bed loaded with tomatoes. I hope you found these tips helpful for growing and supporting your own tomato plants at home. And if you have any questions or additional tips, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more gardening videos. Happy growing. Thanks for watching. And if you're ready to start planting your next spring garden, head over to planmygarden.com. It's as easy to enter your location, selecting your garden layout, and choosing the veggies you want to grow. We'll then do the rest, send you your personalized PDFs with visual planting schedules, helpful guides, and layout optimized for maximum yields. Get started now and visit planmygarden.com today. You also might be interested in this video on the left, mastering the Florida Weave, and this video on the right, which is my most recent.